Hello, and welcome to Group Two's final mini lesson presentation of the semester. I would first like to start by showing you our splash page, or the page, our home page that you go to when you access our website. Our assignment is on online physical education, which was interesting to us because people don't normally think of physical education as something that you can do online. So this project allowed us to learn more in this field. So as you can see, here's our website. It welcomes you to the site and tells you that it's designed for physical education class and gives you directions of what the next steps are. So as you read the directions, and it prompts you to ask questions as needed. And we would like for you to begin by taking a pre-assessment. We designed our lesson to start where the need was for the student. So if a student took this pre-assessment, they will be able to start where their knowledge begins. So there's buttons embedded in the website. So let's click here to go to the pre-assessment. And we've embedded a Google form that asks the pertinent questions to pre-assess students' prior knowledge. And you'll have the link so you can peruse it, but I'll definitely show you everything that we have so that you can be the judge for yourself. Okay. So once you complete a step, at the very bottom of each page is a link to the very next step. So you can click the button at the bottom of the page to go to the next step. The lesson overview, once you've completed the pre-assessment, shows you what standards that you'll be learning as a student. As we know, it's important to know where you're going so that we can better determine how to get there. So the physical education standard that we'll be learning is Standard 3, Physical Education Standard 3. The physically literate individual demonstrates the knowledge and skills to achieve and maintain a health enhancing level of physical activity and fitness. And also combined with the technology piece that we're using here, we found ISTE standards, which is the International Society for Teachers in Education, for Technology in Education. Technology operations and concepts is the standard. Students demonstrate a sound understanding of technology concepts, systems, and operations. Understand and use technology systems. And I almost would like to highlight this one as select and use applications effectively and appropriately. As you will see with our assignment, that will probably be the most important standard. And the objectives here, student can understand principles of exercise and apply them into their own exercise program. A student can implement a regular exercise to maintain or enhance physical level. A student can improve their attitude towards physical activities. Okay, so once you know the objectives, you click the link below and it'll send you to the next page. These are the learning activities that students will be engaging in. First, they'll learn about the principles of exercise, and there are a lot of shortcut buttons here. So if you notice that as I hover over these words, there's a button here, but we've maintained that if you're going through it for the first time, just scroll through in the bottom. If there's nothing to actually do on the page, go to the bottom and it'll send you to the next page. Here is a page or a splash page for principles of exercise. And you'll read the directions for the activity here. We've decided to use a constructivism theory as our instructional model. And that's where people construct their own understanding and knowledge of the world through experiencing things and reflecting on those experiences. And that assignment will show you, we will show how students will be reflecting. But here's how they gain the experience. Their students will read these articles and answer questions and have a follow-up activity as well. Here is one article, and I'll pop out to that article. It's the 7 Principles of Exercise by Dr. Nina Cherie Franklin. And you can click on either the words, the title, or the picture. And it'll pop out into a new tab for you. And you have that article for you to read, as well as some metadata ads also. So on this side of the paper, the picture is not showing, but there's another article, 3 Basic Principles of Exercise. We'll click there, and it'll pop you out to the article that you need to read. Once you've read that article, we come back to our page, and at the very, remember, we always want to encourage students to scroll down to the very bottom of the page to make sure that you've completed all activities, as well as, and you will fill out this learning activity, as well as making sure you get to the bottom to click to the next page, so you can make sure you can ensure that you're going in order. After you've completed that learning activity, the last learning activity is developing an exercise plan. All right, so those 2 learning activities lead to this, and that's where physical activity or physical education stops being digital and starts getting physical. Students will print this out, or they can create a digital copy and fill in these blanks. So if we notice, they will record frequency, intensity, time, and type of exercise. The acronym for their activities is FIT, frequency, FITT. You'll get to know that a little more later on. So once we complete that assignment, once we complete that activity log or exercise plan, we move on to the actual assignment. So there's a lot of components to this assignment, but the digital part is what we're getting to now, which is a picto chart. And students will create a picto chart using the information that they've learned and the data that they've gathered. And this is the part of that constructivism model that we want to use to reflect. And this is also the part of the lesson that uses those technology standards. So we're just going to use technology to present students' reflections. And they've already constructed knowledge with their experiences through the lessons. So using a picto chart, students will list activities that were their strengths. They'll list activities that need improvement. They'll include health-related components for areas that need improvement. They'll include 2 specific goals for fitness retest, include 2 specific examples that align with that FIT principle. Here's our acronym for FIT again. And below is their grading criteria or their rubric. So what they'll do is create a picto chart, which under assignment, we've given plenty of examples for them to figure out what a picto chart is. PictoChart is a brand name for an infographic that students can create digitally. And here are some examples under the assignments tab. Um, there are more examples. We have also embedded videos for students to watch to get to know what a PictoChart is and how they can use it to present their findings. And once they've completed the PictoChart and navigated successfully through the website, students will upload their link to their PictoChart next to their name in this submission sheet, in the exercise plan submission sheet. So once they've done that, then they have completed the assignment. Of course, there's physical activity involved because it's a PE class. So some of it done. It's kind of a hybrid model. Some of it is done online, but in order to fill out that exercise plan correctly, or to implement that exercise plan correctly, you must do some physical activity. So basically, that is our site. As I said, you can go from the bottom of every page is a link linking you to the next page, but I also want to direct you to these tabs above. And if you are returning to the site and you've already done portions of the activity, you can always navigate through the website via these tabs. And I look forward to seeing everyone else's videos. We've had a great time this semester. Thank you guys very much. Group 2, you're the best. Group 1 and 3, you're awesome as well.